Hi, this is What You Waiting For, and this is a woman's perspective on camping and survival. And I wanted to expand a little bit on something I talked about in a previous video about Food Saver, the vacuum sealer. I had previously talked about making water bags and water pouches, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about it. This is what I was talking about. This is actually ice. I've already frozen it. But I was talking about before using the food saver to seal your bags and putting water in them. The only thing is when you do it, I wanted to explain a little bit more about it. When you do it, do not vacuum seal it, only seal it. And what I do is I cut off the marks here, so it's 2 marks on the food saver bags. And I seal both sides. I double seal it. If you notice, I don't know if you can see it, but it has one seal and then a second seal. I always double seal it just to make sure that no water is going to be coming out. If one seal is compromised, we have a second seal. I seal up the ends, and then I turn around and cut off the sealed portion. It's usually sealed on this side and sealed on this side, factory sealed. I cut it off because it's a lot easier to seal just this part than it is this part, because if you try to seal it with water in it long ways, the water is going to go everywhere. This way is a lot easier. I put 2 cups, 16 ounces of water in each one, and I measure them out to make sure that it's 2 cups. And there's a couple reasons. The first reason is because I know exactly how much is in here. What I use these for, I freeze them, use them as ice, and then if we have a problem with electricity or something and they finally do melt, we have fresh water in here. 2 cups, I know exactly precisely how much. I could easily, if we had to ration them out, it's very easy to ration them out. And also, when I cook most of my meals, it will take 2 cups of water. If it only takes 1 cup, I just use half of it, so I don't have to measure. So that's why I always put 2 cups in. I double seal everything, like I was saying before, and I use these also for if I go camping. I can throw a couple of these in the cooler. They're ice. Now when you seal it, do not vacuum seal it or it will suck the water out, but just seal it. And what I do is I hold it, put it into my vacuum sealer, push some of the air out, but it will have, like if you can see right here, this is like a little air pocket, and that's very okay because it's going to expand and contract as it freezes and refreezes. I do suggest that you keep them, I have quite a few of them, I have in my big freezer, and that way if something happens, they're there, to keep that cold air in because they are ice, they're solid ice. I've never had any of them leak yet. I've only used the food saver bags, but I don't know about the cheaper bags might leak, I'm not sure. Another thing that you could do is instead of doing water, I suggest you do at least 1 bag with ice cubes. Vacuum seal it where you have solid ice cubes. Put it in your deep freeze. And if there is ever a problem with your electricity, you might not know if you're out on vacation or you don't go down. Ours is downstairs, so we don't go down there every day. If there's ever a problem where the electricity goes off and comes back on and you don't know, you look at the bag with the ice cubes. If they're no longer ice cubes, if they're one solid mass of ice, you know you had a problem. So I suggest that's a good thing, just to prepare, because if your ice cubes melted and it was warm enough for your ice cubes to melt into one, then probably I would be very leery about your food. In fact, I would throw it away because you don't know how long the electricity went off. And we have been somewhere, and we have been somewhere uh, where we were on vacation and nobody noticed the light went off, and when we came back, everything was still frozen because the electricity came back on, but it wasn't any good. And the only way we knew is because of the ice cubes in there. So I suggest everybody do that as a precaution. So there you go. Everybody try this. This is a really neat little thing. If stuff hits the fan, you could give these out to your friends, because these will be clean water in here. You could hand it out and not have to worry about getting into your main water storage. So there you go. Everybody get your food saver out and start using it. And what you waiting for?